The girl was tied to a metal post in the middle of a dead field. Her hands were behind her back, tied with thick rope. Her feet were bleeding, her face was dirty, her eyes wide with fear. She looked no older than 14. The air was hot. The wind carried dust and strange buzzing sounds. And far away something was coming. A loud hum filled the air, the sound of a giant harvester machine. It moved slowly across the field, cutting everything in its path. The sharp blades at the front spun like death wheels. The girl tried to scream, but no one was around. She moved her hands, tried to break free, but the rope held tight. She looked to the sky, whispering something no one could understand. Her voice was weak. In the distance, a man stood on a small hill. He was tall, wearing an old brown coat and a dusty hat. His name was Joran. He was a farmer, quiet, lonely, living on the edge of the known zone. He came out to fix one of his water lines when he saw something strange in the distance. He took out a small scope from his pocket and looked through it. A girl, alone, tied up, and the harvester. It was moving toward her. Joran ran. The machine was less than 100 meters away now. The ground shook with its heavy wheels. The girl closed her eyes. Her lips moved, maybe a prayer. Maybe her last words. Joran jumped into his old hoverbike and sped across the field. The engine coughed smoke but pushed forward. He had no plan. Only time was running out. The harvester's blade was now only 10 steps away from the girl. She could feel the heat of the machine. The ground beneath her feet began to vibrate. Suddenly, crash. Joran's bike slid to a stop. He jumped off, ran toward the control panel on the side of the harvester. His fingers moved fast. Sparks flew. The machine let out a loud screech and stopped. Just 1 foot away from the girl. Silence. Dust settled. Joran turned and looked at her. Her eyes were wide. Her lips trembled, but she didn't cry. She just stared at him like he was a ghost. He walked over slowly, cutting the rope with his knife. "You all right, kid?" he asked. She didn't answer. "You speak common?" He tried again. After a few seconds, she nodded slowly. "Yes." He helped her stand. Her legs were weak. She fell, and he caught her. "Who did this to you?" he asked. "My family," she whispered. Jorn froze. "Why?" She looked away. "Because I'm not like them." He didn't understand. But he didn't ask more questions. Not yet. He helped her onto his bike. She held onto him weakly. Her fingers were cold as they rode back toward his farmhouse. She whispered something, but it wasn't in common. It was a strange, soft language. The words made the air feel heavy. Joran's farmhouse, small, quiet, surrounded by dry land and old machines. Joran placed her on a soft mat. He brought her water and some old bread. She ate like she hadn't eaten in days. He watched her, still confused. Who ties up a child and leaves her to die? And why would her own family do it? "You got a name?" he asked. "Allah." "That's a nice name," he said. She didn't smile. Joran noticed something strange. The lights in the room flickered when she touched the metal cup. He checked the wires. Nothing was broken. "Electric field," he muttered. "That's not normal." Allah looked nervous. "It's me. Sometimes it happens. Why did your family leave you?" She was quiet for a long time. "They said I was dangerous. I didn't want to hurt anyone, but one time I touched my little brother. He got sick. They thought I was cursed." Joran didn't believe in curses. He believed in science, old machines, and hard work. "You're not cursed," he said. "You're just different." Allah looked at him, her eyes full of pain. "They tied me up, left me for the machine." Joran looked away. He felt anger in his chest. Not just for what happened, but for how calm she was, like she believed she deserved it. "You're safe now," he said, but outside, far beyond the hills, something was watching. A red light blinked on a small device. The moment Allah had spoken her alien words, someone or something had heard, and it was coming. Joran sat outside on a metal chair, watching the sky. The stars looked closer on this part of the planet. Quiet, sharp, and endless. He held a hot mug in his hands, but his mind wasn't calm. Inside the small house, the girl, Allah, was sleeping. Her breathing was soft, her body still weak, But something about her didn't feel weak at all. She had survived being tied up in the open. She had survived the harvester. And those strange lights, they had flickered the moment. She had touched the metal cup. Joran had seen strange things in his time. But nothing like her. Inside the house, Alla opened her eyes suddenly. No sound had woken her, but she felt something. A cold feeling at the back of her neck. She sat up. Her feet touched the floor, and the old wooden boards creaked. Her eyes scanned the room. Small bed. Wooden walls. Tools hanging on nails. A faded picture of a woman and a baby on the wall. She walked closer to the photo. "Your family?" she asked softly. Joran stood in the doorway, surprised she was awake. "Yeah," he said quietly. "Long time ago. Where are they now?" She asked. "Gone," he replied. She didn't ask more. He didn't offer more. They sit across from each other, a small table between them. Joran poured her warm soup. She looked at it like she hadn't seen real food in years. "But she didn't eat right away. You're not afraid of me?" she asked. He shook his head. "Should I be?" She looked down. "Most people are." Joran leaned forward. "Alla, who are you, really?" She looked him in the eyes. "I'm not fully human." Silence. Joran didn't move, didn't blink. "Just waited." She continued. "My mother was human. My father came from another star." "You mean alien?" he asked, keeping his voice steady. She nodded. "Half of me comes from another world. A world with no name in your language. Is that why your family left you?" "They were afraid. I did something by accident. The power inside me woke up. I couldn't stop it." "What kind of power?" She raised her hand slowly. At first, nothing happened. Then a soft blue glow filled the space around her fingers. The light danced like liquid air. The room dimmed. Then, in a flash, the lights above flickered and popped, leaving only her hand glowing. She closed her fist. The light disappeared. "I didn't ask for this," she said. Softly, suddenly, a sharp beeping sound comes from outside. Joran stood up. Quickly. "Stay here." He walked out, rifle in hand. The cold wind had changed. Now it carried a sharp buzzing, like a whisper between the stars. He checked his sensors, a small device sitting on a pole. It was flashing red. "Something's close," he muttered. Inside, Alla was not sitting anymore. She stood by the window. She saw it, a strange shape on the hill, black, tall, watching, not moving. Her breath caught in her throat. "They found me," she said. Joran rushed back in. "What is it?" "I don't know what they're called in your language, but they hunt ones like me. Your kind?" She nodded. "But they don't just hunt, they erase." "What do you mean, erase?" "They don't leave bodies. They leave ... nothing. Like the person never existed." Suddenly, a loud boom outside. The lights shake. Alla grabs Joran's arm. "We have to leave." He looks out the window. His barn is on fire. No footsteps. No ships, just flames, as if the air itself had burned. "We can't go through the front," Joran says. He opens a hidden trapdoor in the kitchen floor. A dark tunnel leads under the house. An old escape route from the war days. She hesitates. "Trust me," he says. Alla nods and climbs down. Joran follows. Closing the trapdoor above them, inside the tunnel, dark, silent, they walk in silence. The air tight and cold. After a while, Alla stops. She holds out her hand. It's glowing again, but not blue this time. A soft green light. "What is it now?" Joran whispers. She opens her fingers. In her palm is a small crystal, glowing from the inside. He hadn't seen it before. "This was given to me by my father before he disappeared," she says. "It's not just a crystal." Joran stares at it. "What does it do?" Alla looks at him with serious eyes. "It opens a gate." Joran frowns. "A gate to what?" She answers slowly, "To another world, a place where I might finally belong." Suddenly the tunnel shakes. Rocks fall. A distant growl echoes through the ground. Alla closes her fist tightly around the crystal. "They're not just watching anymore," she says. "They're here." Joran held the small lamp with one hand and the rifle in the other. The tunnel was tight, dark, and full of old dust. Behind him, Alla walked quietly. Her eyes glowing just a little in the dark. In her hand was the crystal, still green, still pulsing. The shaking stopped for a moment. Silence returned, but something didn't feel right. Joran turned his head. "You okay?" Alla nodded, but her voice was low. "They're not just after me, they're after this?" She opened her hand. The crystal was brighter now. Jora looked at it closely for the first time. It was no ordinary stone. Inside it, something moved like smoke, but not smoke. "Like memory? What is that thing, really?" he asked. Alla stared at it for a long time. "My father said it's a key," she replied. "But not just for one door. This can open space, break walls between worlds." Joran raised an eyebrow. "Why would they give you something like that?" She didn't answer right away. Flashback, it was memory, a small metal room. A man in a dark cloak bends down and gives little Alla the crystal. His eyes glow faintly. "You must never lose this," he says. "One day they will come. This stone will help you return." "Return where?" she had asked, but he never answered. He kissed her forehead and disappeared into light back in the tunnel. Alla shook the memory from her mind. "They gave it to me because I'm the only one left," she said. "My kind is done." Joran didn't fully understand, but he saw the pain in her eyes. He didn't ask more. They reached the end of the tunnel. A trapdoor opened into an old storage shed behind the hill. The sky was darker now. The stars above were blinking in strange patterns. Alla stepped outside and stopped suddenly. "What is it?" Joran asked. She pointed to the sky. "That's not a star." He looked up. A red dot was moving slowly, scanning the land below. "They're tracking energy," she whispered. "The crystal is calling to them." "Then hide it." Joran said. "I can't," she replied. "It's awake now." Scene. Inside the storage shed, Joran cleared a table. Alla placed the crystal on it. It floated slightly above the surface. "This thing isn't from any science I know," Joran said. Alla touched the crystal with 2 fingers. It glowed even brighter, and then something happened. The air around it shimmered. A small image appeared, a hologram, floating above the crystal dot. It showed a place, a tall black gate, standing in the middle of a silver desert. Around it were symbols written in alien language. At the center of the gate, a round hole, shaped exactly like the crystal. "What is this?" Joran asked. "The gate," Alla whispered. "It's real. My father said this crystal is the last piece needed to open it." "What happens if you do?" Alla shook her head. "I don't know. Maybe freedom, maybe danger, maybe both." Suddenly, a sharp scream echoes from far away, a high-pitched, metal-like sound, not human, not animal. "They're close," Alla said. Joran grabbed his rifle. "Then we better move." Alla took the crystal. As she closed her hand around it, the glow faded, but not completely. Before leaving, she turned to Joran. "You should leave me," she said. "I'm dangerous. They'll come after you too." Joran looked at her. "I'm already involved, kid. Besides, no one left me behind when I needed help. I won't do that to you." For the first time, Alla smiled, just a little. "Thank you," she said. Scene. Outside, they began to travel toward the mountains. The land was empty, quiet, but the stars above kept blinking, and one of them was getting bigger. "They're sending something down," Alla said. "Maybe a scout." Joran looked at her. "Can that crystal help us fight?" "No," she said. "But it can help us escape." "How?" "If we reach the gate in time." "And if we don't?" Alla stopped walking. "Then they'll take it." "They'll take me." "And open the gate themselves." Joran understood now. It wasn't just about her. The crystal was powerful, too. Powerful to fall into the wrong hands, and those hands were already reaching. A tall figure stood where the barn once was. Its body was metal, its eyes red and sharp. It scanned the ground. It found something. A strand of Ila's hair. It lifted the hair into the air. A soft light glowed around it. In a robotic voice, it spoke. "Target confirmed. Hybrid female. Location, west, heading toward the gate. The wind carried a strange smell tonight. Burned air. Melted stone." Joran and Alla walked quietly through the dry hills. Behind them, nothing but darkness. Ahead of them, the mountain path, and beyond that, the gate. The crystal inside Isla's pocket pulsed like a heartbeat. She could feel it, alive, aware. "We don't have much time," she said. "How far is the gate?" Joran asked. "Maybe one more night," she answered. "If we're lucky." Joran looked back at the open desert. "Luck's not on our side." Scene, flashback, back at the ruins of Joran's farmhouse. Metal Boots stepped over the ashes. The machine hunter moved slowly. It wasn't in a rush. It didn't need to be. It had found the girl's energy trail, a leftover spark from her hands, still glowing in the dust. It lifted its face, eyes glowing red, and spoke in a voice that sounded like grinding wires. "Activate extraction squad. Begin pursuit." From the sky above, a black ship broke through the clouds. Silent and deadly, back to Alla and Joran. Campfire under a rocky overhang. Joran checked his weapon again. One good shot left. Maybe two. Alla sat by the fire, eyes glowing faintly. Her hands held the crystal again. "Does it ever sleep?" Joran asked. "No," she said. "It listens. Even when we're silent." "To what?" "To everything." She held it out toward the sky. The crystal lit up, showing a faint map of stars. "This is not just a key," she said. "It's also a guide. It's trying to show me something." "Like what?" Joran asked. "Something waiting on the other side of the gate. Something ... calling me." Suddenly, the fire shakes, the earth hums. Alla stands, her body tense. "They're here." Joran jumps up, grabs his rifle. "Where?" She points to the ridge. A strange drone hovers there, spinning silently, scanning. Then, beep ... beep ... Joran fires. Direct hit. The drone explodes, but it's too late. They know where we are now. Alla says, from the sky. A dark shadow drops fast. "Run." Joran yells. They race into the canyon. Scene, inside the narrow canyon path. Rocks on both sides. As they run, something lands behind them. A tall, black figure. Smooth metal body, no face. Only red light where its eyes should be. It speaks. "Hybrid Alla, surrender the crystal. Or be erased." Alla stops, turns slowly. Her hands glow. Joran shouts, "What are you doing?" "I have to fight," she says. "It won't stop." The machine fires a bolt of red energy. Alla lifts her hand and for the first time controls the light. She absorbs the energy. Her body shines bright. Then she throws it back. Not a beam, but a wave. The machine slams into the canyon wall, breaking stone, but it stands up again. Insufficient. It says, "More machines land. 2, 3, 4. Joran pulls Alla. "We can't fight all of them. Not yet." Scene. Narrow cave entrance up the hill. They climb, panting, bleeding. Ila's power is fading. Inside the cave, Alla collapses. Joran locks the metal door behind them. She breathes heavy. "I wasn't ready. They're stronger than I thought." "But you held your own," Joran says. "That's something." "No," she says. "That was just one small part of them. The real ones are still coming." She opens her hand again. The crystal is dim now. "It used too much power," she whispers. "If I can't recharge it, we'll never reach the gate." Cut 2. Space above the planet, alien ship interior. A new voice speaks in darkness. "Begin." Final phase, activate the Reaper. A figure stands in shadows. Not machine? Not fully organic, half living, its eyes open. The same glow as Ila's. Back to cave, is a voiceover as she sleeps. "They're not just hunting me, they're connected to me. We share something, a code, a bloodline." She turns in. Her sleep, whispering a word. Joran leans in. "What did you say?" She repeats, "Brother." Joran sat at the mouth of the cave, eyes scanning the horizon. His hands held his old rifle, but his mind was elsewhere. Inside the cave, Alla was still asleep, breathing quietly. Her skin was pale. The crystal in her hand no longer glowed. It looked empty. "They pushed her too hard," he muttered to himself. A cold wind blew down from the mountain. It whispered like voices from a dream. That's when he saw it. In the distance, far beyond the hills, stood a tall, black shape. The gate. He hadn't believed it before. He had thought maybe it was just a story. But there it was, real. And waiting, seen. Inside the cave, Alla woke suddenly, gasping for breath. Her eyes were wide with fear. Jorn ran to her side. "What is it? Another dream?" She shook her head. "A warning. The gate is waking up." He helped her sit. "It's real, Alla. I saw it just now." Ila's eyes filled with both fear and hope. "It's calling me," she said. "But not just me." "What do you mean?" She looked at him. "My brother." "He's coming too," Jorn froze. "You said your family left you." "They did," she whispered. "But not him. He was taken. Before I was born, raised by them. Built by them." "You mean the machines?" She nodded slowly. "He's not fully alive anymore, but he's not dead either. He's somewhere in between. Seen? They begin the journey to the gate. The path was rough. Alla was weak, but she kept walking. Jorn stayed close, supporting her when she stumbled. As they reached a high ridge, the full view of the gate came into sight. It was massive, black stone, covered in glowing lines and strange alien symbols. It stood like a tower reaching into the sky. Around it, the ground was burnt and cracked, as if it had been sleeping for thousands of years. And now it was beginning to wake. It was built long before humans ever came to this planet, Alla said. "By the ones who made us?" "Us?" Jorn asked. She looked at him. "Hybrids, children of two worlds," Jorn thought for a moment. "So this isn't just a door, it's a test." Alla nodded. "Only those with the right blood can open it. If the wrong one tries ... it burns them." Scene. Alla approaches the gate. As they get closer, the crystal in her hand begins to glow again. Not bright, but enough to react. The symbols on the gate begin to shift and move, glowing blue, then white. She takes a deep breath and steps forward. The gate responds. A low hum fills the air, wind swirls. The stone begins to change shape, but before she can reach it, a shadow lands behind them. Seen. The Reaper appears. It's tall, dark, half machine, half something else. Its eyes glow the same color as Isla's. Jorn raises his rifle. "Stay back." The Reaper does not move. It looks only at Aela. In a voice made of metal and memory, it speaks. "You came, sister." Jorn lowers the gun. "That's him, isn't it?" Alla nods slowly. "Yes, but he's not my brother anymore." The Reaper steps forward. "You were the stronger one. That's why they feared you. That's why they chose me." "They broke you," Alla said. "I won't let them break me." Scene. Alla stands between Jorn and the Reaper. The crystal glows. Brighter in her hand. It feels pain, memory, hope. The gate begins to open slightly, a thin beam of light shining through. "You can't stop what's coming." The Reaper says, "I don't need to stop it," Alla replies. "I need to change it." She lifts the crystal. It floats from her hand and flies toward the center of the gate, locking into the hole. The gate explodes in light. The Reaper steps back, shielding his eyes. Jorn watches in awe. "What's happening?" He shouts. "The gate is reading me," Alla says. "It's asking if I'm ready. And are you?" She looks at him, eyes glowing brighter than ever before. "I have to be." The light from the gate rises into the sky like a pillar. A voice, deep and ancient, speaks in an unknown language, but Alla understands it. "Child of two worlds. Choose your future." Suddenly the Reaper screams. His body shakes. The energy is rejecting him. "I was supposed to be chosen." He yells, but the gate answers only to her. The light swallows her whole. Jorn calls out, "Alla!" Silence. The gate closes. She is gone. Final scene. Jorn left alone at the edge of the gate. The ground is quiet. No sound. Only the wind. He looks up at the stars. "Where did you go, kid?" He whispers. Then, in the sky, a new star appears. Not a sun. Not a ship. A signal. She's alive. Somewhere. Thump, thump. Light flashes. Alla gasps. Her eyes snapping open. She is floating. Not falling. Not flying. Just drifting through a white space with no sky, no ground, no air. All around her, golden particles move slowly, like stars underwater. The gate was not just a door. It was a bridge. Seen. Jorn, back on the mountain ridge, staring at the closed gate. He hadn't moved. The light had vanished minutes ago, but his hands were still raised. still reaching for the girl who was no longer there. She's gone, he said softly. The Reaper's body was still twitching near the edge of the gate, burned, damaged, but not dead. Joran stepped toward it, rifle aimed. Where did she go? He asked. The Reaper lifted its head, one eye flickering. It was no longer proud, no longer strong. Where she was meant to be, it said. Seen. Inside the gate realm, a golden landscape begins to take shape. Alice stood now, barefoot on a smooth glass floor. Her reflection beneath her looked different, older, stronger. Her eyes still glowed, but there was something new in them. Purpose. A voice spoke, not from around her, but from inside her. Allah, you are the last spark of 2 dying stars. Do you know who you are? She turned slowly. A figure stood there, tall, bright, made of light and memory. I'm a hybrid, she said. No, the voice answered. You are a key. Flashback within the realm, Isa's origin revealed. She saw it now, a war long ago between 2 alien races, one of mind, one of machine. A peace treaty, a hybrid child to carry both their blood. A chance at balance, but fear grew. One side erased the other. The child was never born. Until now, she was that child, but they had made a mistake. They had made 2. Seen. Back with Joran and the Reaper. You were her brother, Joran said. Weren't you? The Reaper didn't answer. You were supposed to be the key, but you couldn't open it. The Reaper's broken voice whispered. They made me forget, made me kill. I thought if I destroyed her, I'd earn my place. Back. You were just a tool, Joran said, a weak laugh. Aren't we all? Suddenly, the Reaper's body began to glow, not with power, but with heat. Self-destruct? Joran asked. No, message, the Reaper said. She needs to know ... what's waiting. Seen. Inside the gate, the world begins to change. The golden sky cracked. Behind it, stars, planets, machines in orbit. The voice returned. You. Open the door, Allah, but something else came through with you. She turned. In the distance. Darkness was forming, spreading like smoke over light. A forgotten memory. A failed experiment. A third force. Not machine. 9. Something else. The one that wanted both destroyed. Seen. Joran watches the sky. A ripple spreads across the clouds. From the mountains, a strange sound echoes. Not thunder, not wind. A warning. Joran's hand tightens around the rifle. They're not done, he mutters. Then, the crystal, still buried under the dust near the gate, begins to glow again. It pulses, then breaks into light. Seen. Final moments. Allah stands before a massive dark wall forming inside the gate realm. She breathes slowly, her voice calm. I see now. This was never about the key. It was about the lock. The wall speaks in. A deep, broken voice. You will join the silence. Just like the others. No, she says. She steps forward. Her body burns with light, her truth, her pain, her power. The glow grows until it fills everything. Then black. Cut to Joran. Looking up at the sky, a new sun rises, but it's wrong. Too fast, too hot, he whispers. The truth burns. Joran stood alone near the ruins of the gate. The stone structure had vanished. Nothing remained but a deep, glowing circle in the ground, like something had been burned into the planet itself. His face was tired. Dirt on his hands, scratches on his arms. But he was still alive. He looked at the sky. Something had changed. The stars above had shifted. And a new one had appeared. Seen, a farm, months later. The wind moved gently through the tall silver grass. Joran had rebuilt part of his house. Not the same as before, but enough. He lived quietly now. No more machines. No more guns. But sometimes at night he still heard her voice in the wind. Allah. Flashback. The moment she stepped into the light, she had become more than herself. The gate didn't destroy her. It changed her. She had entered not as a half-human girl, but as the key, the lock, and the choice. And when the darkness rose, she had done the one thing no machine, no warlord, no weapon could do. She forgave it. She let go of hate, and that act, simple, human, powerful, closed the darkness forever. Seen. Present, a small boy runs through Joran's field. His hair is dark. His skin has a golden shimmer in the sunlight. He laughs as he plays with a floating ball of light. Joran watches from the porch, smiling softly. The boy isn't human. Not fully, but he isn't hunted either. He's free. Come inside. Joran calls. The boy runs toward him. In his hand, a familiar shape, a crystal. Joran takes a deep breath. Where did you find that? The boy points up. It came from the sky? Scene. Somewhere in space, a quiet ship, drifting near a new world. Inside, a figure watches planets pass. Her eyes glow softly. Her face is calm, strong, older. It's ALA. Change. She touches her hand to the window and speaks in a quiet voice. I'm still here. Behind her, a map is forming, not of this galaxy, but another. New stars, new paths. She smiles. I'm coming home. Final scene. Earth, a city skyline at night. A light falls from the sky. Silent, gentle, a child sees it. A girl. She runs to where it lands. In an alley, she finds a small crystal. It glows in her hand. Behind her, a voice whispers, You're next.